Wow. Module number 5 in our customer service certification program. I hope you have been inspired thus far. I hope your transformation is in progress. I hope that you are beginning to see new horizon in the space of providing exceptional service experience to your clients. Like I said, whether you're a mom and pop store, a small business, mid-size, large corporation, these laws, this philosophy, this program, this content, this knowledge, this wisdom, these strategies, they are all beneficial to you. In this module number 5, by the way, we are going to talk about, I'm going to introduce you to the 7 organic laws of exceptional service experience. The 7 organic laws of exceptional service. We don't just talk about customer service. Customer service as its own is a department, but it's the experience that comes out from there that influences and impacts the bottom line, impacts profitable growth, as we talked in one of the modules regarding the benefits of customer service. So this module is going to be broken down into 2 because the content is quite heavy. So this part 1 of this module 5, I'm going to introduce you to 3 of the laws, and then the other part we talk about the 4 remaining laws. So let's jump right into it. Law number 1. Remember, laws govern everything. We have the law of gravity. We have the law of diminishing return. We have so many laws, right? You and I are speaking today based on some laws, right? We can transmit words across continent based on certain laws of the universe. There are laws in every technology. Everything have laws. So these laws, these 7 organic laws, are transferable. You can use them in your life, in your marriage, in your relationship, in your parenting, in your business. Come on, somebody. Like I'm giving you here value. This is immense value. But certainly I'm going to be talking to these laws from the perspective of customer service experience. Law number 1. Law number 1 is the law of respect. The law of respect. We live in a day and age where people have no understanding what respect means. Both adult and young folks, youths, they can't define respect. Have you taken the time to Google respect to see what's there? Have you read quotations about respect? Have you said quotations by Mahatma Gandhi about respect, quotations about Jesus Christ, quotations about people you respect, and see what they said about respect, right? Respect is a word you don't hear quite often in business, which is quite unfortunate because the less you hear of it, then the less people practice it. How does respect impact customer service? Number 1, when there's an opportunity, remember that opportunity could be coming in the form of an email, a phone call, a face-to-face, right? A letter, if there's people to send letters. A customer has expressed a concern, or a customer has reached out to you for more information. A customer has, the least you can do, my friend, the least you can do is be respectful. That's it. What does that mean? Well, that means number 1, you're open. Number 2, if they are angry, you manage your emotions, right? That means number 3, you listen attentively. You don't keep filing your nails, as I gave an example of a lady in the call center earlier on, or a gentleman who will put the legs up on the desk. That's not respectful because they can't see you. They can feel you. Talk to me, somebody. They can't. So that's respect, appreciating to empathy. Right? You guys have charged me my account for 10, or you guys, I ordered a chocolate cake, but you gave me vanilla cake. Owusu-Ansah will give you a discount. Really? That's your best answer? You give a discount? Does a vanilla cake replace chocolate cake because you reduce the price? Like that's disrespectful. Be very careful when you are quick to offer a compensation without having listened. You are disrespectful. Completely. Absolutely. You have to learn to be respectful to yourself first, right? Because you can be respectful to somebody, especially somebody you don't even know, or somebody who has no direct relation with you because you work in a company. Yeah, if you're not respectful to yourself, how are you going to be respectful to that person? So law number 1 is the law of respect. Absolute respect, without a question. Without a question. You could be 60 years old and that client is 12. Doesn't matter. You could be a PhD holder and that client is uneducated. It doesn't matter. You could be a millionaire and that client is broke. I've seen bankers make joke of their clients because their account balance is overdrawn. That's disrespectful. You don't do that. You don't even think that. Because you are privileged to have access to people's information based on the job you do, does not give you the right to judge them based on that information. That is not respect. What have I done in this now? I'm telling you common practices that we experience, people experience in this customer service space that contradicts the law of respect. So be respectful. May I, hello, Mr. Alex Ihama, do you mind if I call you by your first name, Alex? That's being respectful. Hello, Mr. Ihama, you have expressed a very grave concern here, and I'm concerned because you're concerned. That's respectful. That's empathetic, right? So respect, the law of respect is number one. The law, number two, the second law in the 7 organic laws of exceptional customer service is the law of reaction. It's one thing to respect, it's another one to react, right? What's your reaction? Making a joke, right? Thinking they are fools, right? So, you know, I remember some of the experiences doing technical support for an organization way back in my days, and some customer will call, hello, you know, your freaking machine that you have here is not working. The machine, the credit card machine is down. It's always down. I like, sir, if I were you, it's just like, I mean, if I came to work and my machine to take payment is down, say just the way you are. I will. That's my reaction. And that, I can tell you right away, begins to calm them down. They won't even know that. And I say, okay, so there's just some few questions I can, no, I don't want to go through anything. I just want the machine replaced. I want to have a machine that works. Right? And I've seen some rep, they'll just quickly order a new machine. I say, okay, I understand that. Meanwhile, I mean, to ensure this machine, if we were to order another machine, it would take a couple of hours, if not 24 hours to get to you. However, why don't we just try a couple of stuff that, who knows, I may be able to fix it, and then your sales will continue. The last thing I want, Mr. Brown, is to ensure that you don't lose sales while waiting for the other machine. Okay, what do you want me to do? Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. The very first thing I want you to do is look at the right-hand side of the machine. Is there a green light? And you go, oh, is there a green light? No, but there's no light. That's what I'm telling you. It's broken. I said, good, no light. That confirms that certainly it's not functioning. I told you, yes, I know. But just one more thing, please, if you'd allow me, Mr. Brown. By the way, do you mind if I call it by your first name? Well, you can go ahead. Okay, Mark. Mark, please, just be patient with me for just another minute. We'll be done in this call, but just give me a few seconds. Now, behind the machine, there's usually a cable, a power cable that leaves the machine and go to the power socket. Would you kindly confirm if the cable is plugged into the machine and is plugged into the socket and the socket is on? What did I just do? I've combined 3 activities into one, 3 checks. And by the time they say, yeah, it's plugged in, and by the time they follow, they see that somebody plugged it out by mistake. Like your reaction have to be reflective of emotional intelligence. That's why we talked, the previous module, we talked about emotional intelligence being one of the top characteristics of an exceptional customer service rep. So your reaction, the way you respond to a situation, has a direct impact on the customer loyalty, on your profitable growth, on your bottom line, on your brand equity, on literally everything in the organization. So law number 1, law of respect. Law number 2 is the law of reaction. Like, be very mindful. What do you do with reaction? You can summarize all the things you need to do under reaction into 3. Number 1 is assimilate. When they are talking, when they are, expressing their pain or their challenges, assimilate, take notes, write notes down. It's very frustrating when you call, I talked about this telecommunication company. When you call them to follow up, they have no notes, right? They start asking you the same question the other rep asked you last week and the other rep asked you 2 weeks ago. Make notes. If the system you're using have notes, make notes. If it doesn't, make notes on your paper or something, or have a Word document up that you save. Assimilate it, right? Because never presume. Assimilate. The second one is you affirm. I'm still under the law of reaction. You affirm. Look for, yes, you may think when somebody is very angry that they don't say anything positive. They are. you look for things to reaffirm. Like I said with that example, listen, Mark, if I was to come to work the first thing in the morning and my machine that I'm going to be using to process payment is down, I'll be quite upset just the way you are. What am I doing? I'm affirming his frustration. I'm affirming. And then when he follows instructions and find the power, I say, oh, sorry, I guess somebody must have plugged it out. Listen, that could have happened to anybody. That's affirming. Some people go, duh. I've seen that. And you say, duh. Duh for who? You don't even say duh for your baby. Don't even say that for a dog. Now you say that for your client, somebody whose services is directly putting money in your pocket, either salary or dividends in one way, shape, or form, right? So under the law of respect, you assimilate, you affirm, and the third one is you assess. Assess the situation. Do not jump into reaction. Do not jump into solution until you have assessed. ASSESS, until you have assessed the situation. Assess the call, assess the challenge, assess the client, assess everything, so that when you are responding, you are making a well-informed decision. I'm going to quickly talk about the third law in this part one of this module here. And that third law is the law of responsibility, which directly feeds off the law of respect, feeds off the law of reaction. Now it's the law of responsibility. You got to take responsibility for that car. Quit shifting blame, quit shifting task, right? People who are quick to send, they receive the call, they note the challenge and pass it on to the other department and expect it to be done. Really? Yes, well, they are paid to do that. That's it. Listen, sir, the challenge you're having is not with our department. I'm going to transfer you to another department. Then you can say duh to yourself because you are avoiding responsibility. That's what you're doing. Yes, but Alex, the other department is one that do it. There's a difference between warm transfer and cold transfer. Cold transfer is you dump that customer back into the queue. They are listening to some music they don't like and waiting for another rep who's going to ask them the same question. You just ask them anyway. So that's a really duh situation. You should be, listen, sir, thanks for calling. I really understand. Listen, don't go away, sir. In fact, in case I lose you, is this your phone number? Yes. Okay. I'm going to call the other department. I'm going to explain to them your situation, and I'm going to ensure that you're in safe hands before I disconnect. Is that okay? What are you going to say? Absolutely, right? Taking ownership. So the law of responsibility, there are three things, many things, of course, you should keep in mind, but we'll try to condense them into three. One of them is ownership. Ownership, learn to take ownership, right? The second one is learn to investigate. Right? We talked about assessing the situation in the law of reaction, but in the law of responsibility, you need to investigate. You need to follow up. You need to understand what's going on. The third one is you need to update. Some situation can be solved in one phone call. You need to call or send a message, email, whatever. Reach out to the customer. Listen, we heard you. We're investigating. I'm just letting you know. Right? And those are part. You examine your position and increase that 3 to 7. What are the 7 things you need to keep in mind to ensure that you are adhering to the law of responsibility, or perhaps the law of reaction, or the first one, the law of respect? So those are the first set. I've given you 3 laws. This is module 5, and we are talking about the 7 organic laws of exceptional service. 7 organic laws that will enable you to give an amazing, extraordinary experience to your clients. The first 3 laws we just talked about. Now you have some quizzes, and then come back for part 2 of this particular module, module number 5, where I'll be sharing the remaining 4 organic laws. Thank you very much for watching this, and see you in the next class.